Terraria is a 240 megabyte masterpiece of a game. I bought it soon after its release in 2011, and it was actually my first Steam game. I didn't really know Steam existed before I got Terraria, and that kinda introduced me into PC gaming. Not only is it my most played game to date, but it's also probably one of my favorites.
What's going on, champs and champettes? It's your boy Pbat, and welcome to Terraria. Terraria is it's like a platform 2D side scroller, free roam survival RPG, and it's a mouthful. This game is amazing.
I completely binged through Pbat's Terraria Let's Play. It was the perfect introduction to old school Terraria, and the views alone show how enticing this game really was. You've probably heard this 100 times about 1,000 different games, but in Terraria you can mine, fight, craft, explore, and build pretty much anything you wanted to. It was commonly compared to Minecraft, and, fair enough. Massive open worlds made up of blocks that are capable of being destroyed or built up however you want to, and Terraria is so much more than that. Okay. In the original game, you started off, you chopped some trees, you built a house, fought a thing, mined a bit, fought a bigger thing, fought a long thing, got some cool armor, fought some goblins, went into a dungeon, died, fought a spooky thing, went back into the dungeon, got some cool weapons, went to hell to make molten friggin' armor. And there's more to it than that, but that's pretty much the basic gist of Terraria 1.0. But I swear, some ogre took the Relogic team and threw them into a dungeon and whipped them and forced them to work on Terraria updates until their brains melted and released them all for free for years, because that's exactly what happened. And it's been like 8 years and they're still working on this game. You've never seen support for a game like this, because I'm gonna show you what a normal run of Terraria looks like now. Okay, so you still chop some trees, and you build a thing, and mine, and fight the big thing, and fight the long thing, or even a wide thing, and even a queen thing, and a king thing, explore marble, and granite, and snow, and desert, and floating islands, and meteorites, and go to the ocean to find a kid who will give you fishing quests, because now you can fish, of course, and then build homes for the 10 different homeless NPCs that'll move in, then fight some goblins, go to the dungeon to fight the spooky thing, and get some weapons, and a key to open a shadow thing, and hell, and make some molten friggin' armor, and become an absolute beast! Then you drop a doll in lava in hell and murder your guide, which spawns a wall of flesh that shoots lasers, and you kill it and you become a friggin' noob again in the world you thought you dominated. Then you smash some things which spawn some insane materials in your world, so you mine them and you murder some unicorns and ride a unicorn, then fight some pirates, and then fight a super long thing and a super spooky thing, and the big thing now has 2 older brothers and they're made of metal. Oh god, then you craft friggin' angel armor and Arthur's holy sword and go to the underground jungle where you fight a heavy metal band, which makes the dungeon insane, then break into a friggin' lizard temple where lizard people are trying to murder you and you kill their guardian. Then fight some popular film monsters, and go back to the dungeon to fight friggin' trained Navy SEAL skeletons, or go fight a big fish, and maybe a pumpkin or 2, or even Elsa, or some friggin' Martians, or even the old one's army, which I forgot about, and then fight a lunatic cultist, and then your world gets invaded by these things that you have to kill, and then destroy all their pillars, and once you kill them, the friggin' Lord of the Moon spawns, and you destroy his eyes and rip his heart out. Then he drops some nice rewards for you. And you probably only spent 10% of your time doing any of that. Building stuff, farming plants or enemies or bosses, organizing your items, finishing the achievements. I have over 1,300 hours in this game, and I haven't accomplished everything I want to. There is so much to do in Terraria, so many items, so many different ways to play, and it's even all multiplayer. You can do all of this with a friend, and I would too.
If I had one!
Relogic has continued to polish this game even to this day, and as I'm awaiting the 1.3.6 update that'll add some quality of life and visual improvements and whatever else they come up with, looking back at how much this game has changed and become better, with how many risks Relogic took and the changes they made and the effort they put in, they easily deserve the 27 million copies they've sold. I mean, they deserve even more for the $10 price tag and how often this game goes on sale. They even have a 1.4 update planned, and I wouldn't even be upset if that doesn't happen, which I'm sure it will, but this game has grown so much that you really can't ask for more, especially for the price. I also wanted to bring up a point that I've been thinking about, which is that you don't just have to play a game to experience it anymore. With the introduction of Let's Plays and guides, content creators can have a pretty big influence on your perception of that game. Because when I look back on Terraria, some of my best memories aren't just playing the game, but watching people play. People like Pbat that I showed earlier, or Yrimir, which I think I'm pronouncing correctly. If I'm not, I apologize, but Yrimir made videos before Terraria was even released, and continued up to the most recent update. which is like 7 years of videos, each one with more effort put in than the last, with more impressive animation, more storytelling, cooler editing. Yrimir really made some amazing content and actually inspired me to make 2 Terraria videos of my own. I would have kept making them too, but I had a few other priorities going on. I'm here now though. Either way, thank you Yrimir for making awesome videos and everybody else who did along the way. You're all huge nerds and I wouldn't want it any other way. Now I just kind of want to start rambling about everything I like in Terraria, so I'm gonna do that. Like quick stacking to nearby chests so you don't have to individually go through every chest. Oh my god, this is the best feature ever added to any game. Favoriting items is pretty great, so you don't store them if you don't want to, and you don't lose something you spent 15 hours grinding for. Being able to fish for chests in pre-hard mode and then open them in hard mode to get all the hard mode ores is just my favorite thing. Ugh. Vanity slots for all your armor and accessories, like even if you're not even using them for vanity, you could just easily switch out your accessories with this. Or the ability to dye everything, different frickin' colors, like, or negative. Oh my god. You could dye your pets. You can get a turtle and make him negative. This game is so good. Being able to run up slopes that are 1 block high, oh, thank you Lord for adding this feature. The possessed hatchet went from a poopy doopy to a frickin' awesome schmawesome. Auto-selecting tools, oh my god, this is probably the best feature added in Terraria. You just hold shift down and the game reads your mind and then it pulls out the correct tool. So pretty much good. Smart cursor? Oh, what a great feature. Like when it's 4 AM and I'm trying to dig a elevator, I'm not trying to look at my screen. Like my eyes are already bleeding. Potions are pretty cool. You could hook up a wire to a statue and connect a switch to it and spawn whatever that statue looks like. Like who comes up with that? You can make insane monster farms. You can make a farm that lets you beat events while not even touching your mouse. I mean, I don't make that stuff, but I've watched a video once. It was really cool. You can literally fish in the ocean for the best pre-hard mode pickaxe. The Clentaminator. Wings? Wings are so great that it actually makes starting a new game awful because you can't fly. But when you get them, oh, it feels so nice. NPCs throw parties, which is pretty cute. They get little hats. The crazy number of furniture items in this game. Like, you can make honey furniture. Do I need to say more? The fact that you can have a character that can go to multiple different worlds. You can get little mini pirates that fight for you. You can get a Sharknado that fights for you. The summoner items are so sick in this game. You can keep fighting the bosses in this game and probably get a new item every time, because there's like legit 120 unique boss drops, so go get them, Tiger. Expert mode for people that are good at games. I mostly watch people play it. After crafting a cell phone or an ink shield, I can tell you that you really get a sense of pride and accomplishment. The satisfying way enemies and especially bosses explode after killing them is, feels good. I was 15 when I bought Terraria, and although I sound like I'm 15 now, I'm actually 22, and I'm still playing Terraria. That's probably more sad than interesting, but it still amazes me how much this game has evolved, and the potential for all games to evolve. My standard for game support has been astonishingly raised by Relogic, and although Terraria is maybe a more simple game to update and add features to, it's been a small team that's been able to do all of this. I know I shouldn't expect companies to more than triple the content of their game for free, but it seems like it's worked for Relogic, and maybe taking a more consumer-friendly approach to a game and investing in it is a viable strategy. Either way, I have a ton of respect for this game, and more importantly Relogic, who I have to thank for hundreds of hours of entertainment for such a small price. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with in the future, Terraria related or not. I'm sure it's going to be great. And anyway, take care everybody, hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully more coming soon.